This year was the most competitive television season yet, which made the Emmys even more suspenseful. Our morning correspondent, Lilia Wood, is here with all of the highlights on television's biggest night of the year.
Thanks, guys. The Television Academy celebrated the 7th Emmy Awards on Monday night. The evening was hosted by SNL stars Colin Jost and Michael Che, who used their beginning monologue to poke fun at the #MeToo movement, Roseanne Barr, and the Emmys itself.
Honored to be here sharing this night with the many, many talented and creative people in Hollywood who haven't been caught yet. Also, while you guys are here, how is Netflix getting all that money? It's like $9 a month, and everybody I know is sharing the same account.
As the night continued, Amazon's original series, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, won 8 Emmys, including Best Comedy Series, the first streaming series to win that category. The star of the show, Rachel Brosnahan, used her acceptance speech for Best Actress in a Comedy Series to share the message of the show.
It's about a woman who's finding her voice anew, and it's something that's happening all over the country right now. One of the most important ways that we can find and use our voices is to vote.
And what's the Emmys without an appearance from Betty White? The 96-year-old received a standing ovation as she took the stage for a tribute to her over 80 years of dedication to TV. Some refer to her as the First Lady of Television.
I heard her talking to her daughter a little later, and she said, well, First Lady, yeah, she's that old. She was the first one way back there.
The night ended with Game of Thrones winning Outstanding Drama Series and taking home the most trophies. Yet, people are saying the show did not deserve this award for the underwhelming season and only received it by default. Now, for my personal favorite moment of the Emmys, the proposal. Oscar director Glenn Weiss began his acceptance speech by honoring his mother, who passed away just 2 weeks earlier. But then, his speech took an unexpected turn and caught the entire audience off guard, in a good way.
You are the sunshine in my life. And Mom was right, don't ever let go of your sunshine. You wonder why I don't like to call you my girlfriend? Because I want to call you my wife.
And you're probably wondering, what is his plan if he didn't win? Weiss told reporters that he was going to ask her at In-N-Out Burger afterwards. Clearly, the next best option to a national broadcast.
Truly an unbelievable story coming out of the Emmys. But you said Glenn Weiss almost knows better than to pull a stunt like this?
Yeah, so he is, as he won the award for, he's the director of the Oscars. So he knows how the timing goes, and he knows that he was messing up part of the timing of the Emmys to do this whole thing with his wife. But everyone said it was like the best moment and the highlight, so I think it was worth it.
Yeah, those reaction faces, like people zoomed in.
Yeah, and his family, he never told his daughters that he was gonna do this, which was kind of, they were like, wait, like we're so happy for you, but like why weren't we part of the plan? So it was like the biggest secret, and like it was broadcasted on national television.
Well, I'm sure she's glad that it didn't happen in In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah, I know.
Double animal style.
So I'm glad he won.
Side of a proposal, absolutely. Crazy.
Too funny.
Now, funny stat, you mentioned Betty White.
Yeah.
Now, she popped up. I love Betty White, big Betty White fan. Crazy stat for you. Do you think sliced bread is older or Betty White is older?
Because you said that, I'm gonna have to go with Betty White's older.
Betty White is actually 7 years older than sliced bread, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, I know, absolutely insane. Who else do you think stole the show at the Emmys?
I think Betty White was the main person because the standing ovation, but then again, as I mentioned, Rachel Brosnahan, the entire Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and it's the fact that Amazon and Netflix got more than any other broadcast station. It's kind of being like streaming is kind of taking over broadcast television. And I know even the host, they kind of poked out the idea that broadcast television in 5 years is like not even going to be a thing anymore. So it's that whole idea that they took over, and Marvelous Mrs. Maisel was amazing, and everyone thinks it's the funniest show. Produced by the same people as Gilmore Girls and written by them, which is super cool.
So what are you most excited to see this fall?
This fall? I don't know. I'm not the biggest television person, but as these things are coming out, like I'm like, oh wait, Game of Thrones. I've never even seen it, and people said that this was the final season and the worst season, everyone's saying. So I don't know if they deserved it or not, but I'm excited to see The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Lilia, thank you so much. Always great to have you.